Very well, I'm back with another episode, and yes, no, it's not a different intro, but it is a different kind of information that we can actually explain. Finally, do we have the answers to explain what is actually Arsenal's transfer plan in this transfer window? I think I have some clues wherein I can actually expose that. We're going to talk about, of course, the talk of the town is definitely the Belgium versus Portugal game tonight, but still, we have to talk about some Arsenal transfer news. So let's hit it up. The first news that we have is, of course, the man in the picture, Hector Bellerin. What about him? So Gianluca Di Marzio says there has been already contacts in the last few hours with the agents of Bellerin. Inter would like a loan with a right to buy him off, and if Arsenal were to accept this formula, there would be margins to close. The English club values him around 20 million, and for Inter he remains an important option in that role. Left uncovered by a very big absence, Bellerin is Inter's first choice target for a bloody full-back. Well, it's not just Gianluca Di Marzio, it's Daniel Longo also tweets out that Inter strong interest in Bellerin. It might be the post Hakimi headed to Paris Saint-Germain. Chris Wheatley also confirms that he says Inter Milan want Hector Bellerin, as reported a few days ago. The Arsenal right back will decide on whether to head to Spain or Italy this summer. Atletico, Villarreal and another top Serie A side interested in him. So you can understand a lot of people are actually wanting to sign Hector Bellerin, but three journalists have confirmed it. So I believe in it, and yes, I have to believe in it. There's no other thing for me to do that. But here's moving on. So Fabrizio Romano confirms the Arsenal transfer plans upcoming. He says Arsenal now working to sell players, then new signings soon. While Guendouzi wants to join Olympique Marseille, Xhaka deal with AS Roma at final stages. Price tag around 20 million euros for Bellerin. Same for Torreira, not advanced with Lazio. But here's a big update about Camavinga to Arsenal. Fabrizio said there's nothing, not even talks about it. We're going to address that, so don't worry, don't get carried away. So here's Granit Xhaka, who opens up about what is the future about him. While Granit Xhaka, together with Xherdan Shaqiri and Jan Sommer, has released some statements to the media since the withdrawal of Switzerland. On the eve of match against France, valid for the round of 16 of Euro 2020, the captain of the Swiss national team also spoke about the transfer market. He says, Arsenal knows what I want to do. And about a possible transfer to Rome, he says, it is very beautiful here, he said later, referring to the city, that is Rome. Meanwhile, Switzerland left for Bucharest yesterday, where they match against France upcoming. So Xhaka has given his transfer hints. He says it's very nice here in Rome. So, yep. I think it's done and dusted, and as we speak about, let's open up about, as I already mentioned, that he would be one of our signings, probably the second signing after the Ben Whiteholt saga that was discussed by me. Well, here we go. According to Christophe Terrour, Sambi Lokonga joining Arsenal is just a matter of time now. I know I've been saying this for literally 2 days, 3 days now, but trust me, this is what it is. This is how good we get with the new stuff, and it's just a matter of time. And why do I say this? Because Anderlecht, straight out of Manchester, they have actually welcomed Taylor Harwood-Bellis to their to their squads. They got him from Manchester City, Taylor Harwood-Bellis. You know, it's pretty much clear it's because of Vincent Kompany connection. It's a done deal, says Christophe Terrour. And someone asked him, is this the replacement of Sambi Lokonga? So he replied, no, but they're working on Lokonga replacement. Lokonga to Arsenal is just a matter of time. And from here, it is exactly from here that they believe that, things can change. So Christophe Terrour giving the right signals that Albert Sambi Lokonga to Arsenal, it's not far off. It is where it stands, and it is going to be completed. So that opens up a lot of answers to a lot of answers, I must say. So moving on, so let's talk about more different stuffs. As you guys mentioned once before this transfer window started, there was a big hype, a big talk about Dusan Vlahovic joining Arsenal and other clubs. Like, he was available for AFC Fiorentina to actually sell him off. Since he was linked with Arsenal, it only is it's only my duty to tell you guys what is up with his future as well, because linked with Arsenal. So what else will you do? You definitely talk about it. So um, here's to more about it. So according to Calcio Mercato, AC Milan, Atletico and Spurs have all submitted bids for Dusan Vlahovic. So it could be that he would definitely move out. Apparently a fee, here's the most ridiculous part. Apparently a fee of around 51 million pounds or 60 million euros could seal the deal. Arsenal were linked with him. 60 million euros for Dusan Vlahovic. What? So there are 3 offers in mind. Commisso wants to lock him up, and maybe in the end he will succeed by raising the offer. But according to what has been collected exclusively by Calcio Mercato, Vlahovic intends to make the leap to a big one already this summer, therefore leaving Fiorentina. The Serbian striker comes from a superlative season with 21 goals, decisive for the salvation of the Viola, a season that has inevitably attracted the interest of important clubs. So one of them is from Milan, the other from Atletico Madrid, and another from Tottenham. Well, the Rossoneri probably see him as Ibrahimovic's heir. We know for sure that Paolo Maldini dotes on him, but there is an obstacle in Fiorentina asking for something like 60 million euros. Not a little for the Colchoneros, already on Lautaro Martinez to reinforce the attack, and for the Spurs branded Paratici. He would actually get in Vlahovic. Vlahovic also likes Juventus, but so far Bayern Conneru have not presented any offers. After all, the future of Cristiano is still uncertain without his departure. It is difficult for Andre Agnelli to sink the blow. Well, let's see what happens. But getting in deep with Dusan Vlahovic does not make any sense as things stand. So moving on, yeah, of course. Let's talk about something more as we can actually come up with something better. Well, it looks like ex-Arsenal player Serge Gnabry took a dig at both of Arsenal's London rivals, Tottenham and of course Chelsea. So ahead of Germany's clash with England at Wembley. So Gnabry devastated both sides last year in Champions League and led his team to the top of Europe. So Gnabry told Bayern's official website, he said, "So far I've done very well when I've come back to London. Hopefully on Tuesday as well. For me, there's always a lot of history when we go to England because I still have some friends there as well. Hopefully they'll be in the stadium. I've never played at Wembley before. I personally and we as a team are looking forward to the game." And I'm looking forward to his success, bro. That's what I want for him, man. Always the best player on the pitch. He always wants to be that way. So Rennes player Eduardo Camavinga's agent Jonathan Barnett has hinted that the midfielder could be among his clients set for a major move amid interest from Manchester United and Arsenal. So he opened the lid about what exactly might happen to Eduardo Camavinga's future. So Barnett spoke to Athletic. He said, "It is going to be harder. I'm expecting 3 or 4 very big deals of my own that will break a lot of records. Hopefully they'll come about. For the smaller clubs, I think there won't be as many transfers. We have some very good players. We are probably the best young player in the world in Camavinga. We've got Jack Grealish. We've got Ibrahima Konate at Leipzig. But then I've got over 100 players to deal with." So he's actually dealing up with a lot of players, but he believes that Camavinga might find a bigger club. Just have to wait and watch. But Fabrizio Romano actually poured cold water to that Arsenal's interest towards Camavinga. He says that there has not been any official contact from the player or towards Arsenal, not even talks. So that could be a big problem, but okay. I'm waiting for AFC Bell to talk, you know. When the bell rings, everyone shuts their mouth, yeah. Well, according to Get French Football News, they say that Manchester United to meet Eduardo Camavinga's entourage next week, according to RMC. More follows. So they believe that, according to RMC Sport, United will have an official meeting with Eduardo Camavinga's entourage, that involves Jonathan Barnett. Let's see if that's going to be happening or not. I don't believe that way, but okay. You don't count out any of your opponents who are actually really wanting to buy your player or player that is linked to you. So let's see what happens. So with this, I'd like to end this episode. Thank you so much for for tuning in. If you seek daily Arsenal content, best place to be, consider subscribing. I will see you in the next one. Until then, cheers.